years of nice, quiet anxiety. Gone. Along with a whole street.
The Qunari were blameless.
Right. A mad elf pushed by zealots, likely hidden in the very groups I have to appease. The Maker has a grand sense of humor. And the Arishok. I suspected he had no plans to leave. I didn't know it was just as annoying for him.
You could send him gold and he'd complain it was heavy.
And it's about to get worse. A shame. There were overtures of civility. Your influence, no doubt.
What happened?
A Qunari delegate and entourage paid me a visit. It was civil, tentative, hopeful. They left my chambers with precision, but were not reported by the outer guard. They are missing almost literally from my doorstep. What do you imagine will be the Arishok's reaction?
We need to get out in front of this, and fast.
I feel I've been trying to turn a stampede for some time now. Someone is pushing very hard. Speak with Seneschal Brown. Then you will see why I cannot trust anyone else with this. I don't know who would benefit from fighting the Qunari, but I'm preparing for the worst. The very worst. This may require absorbent linens.
You have information about the missing Qunari?
I am to help you, yes. Viscount Dumas would appreciate discretion in this matter. I would prefer that you were not involved at all, but that is neither here nor there.
Has anyone reported this to the Qunari?
Maker, no. I'd be signing the messenger's death warrant. He'll find out soon enough, of course. And when he does, the Viscount is rightly concerned that the illusion of peace will dissolve.
The Arishok is growing violent. He might want an excuse to end this peace.
I suspect that if the Arishok wanted to take over, he simply would. For all we fear that heretical Qun of his, its demands have done more to keep him in check than any of our efforts. Besides, would Qunari stoop to trickery? There is no precedent, but there is unfortunate evidence of influence on our side.
It sounds like you don't want them found.
I must think of what is best for the Viscount's office. Bringing attention to such an incident benefits no one.
You would do nothing.
The Qunari are neutral hostiles at best. There is no relationship to salvage by overextending ourselves on their behalf.
I'm having a hard time picturing the abduction of a Qunari entourage.
Unfortunately, they were not at their best. Their swords were tied into their sheaths, as I advised. It seemed a respectful compromise. Even I know you cannot separate a Qunari from his weapon.
I don't need your opinion. Get to what you know.
The delegate and his entourage could not be made to disappear without the knowledge of the city guard. Not coincidentally, a number of recent recruits have failed to report. You should start with one of them. Although where you find a swordsman so eager to sell his honor and duty, I'm sure I don't know.
The Hanged Man.
Hanged Man.
Definitely.
Right. Then you know what to look for. I can't imagine this has occurred without notice. There is always a weak link. Please keep this quiet. The Viscount is under enough scrutiny as it is. If you think investigating the Hanged Man will yield information on the missing Qunari, I suggest you get to it.
I heard about Lowtown. I can't believe the Qunari had anything to do with it. They face so much hate. Has it come to the
Good luck
point
getting
where
in.
people
I've been
die?
waiting all day.
Is it cold in here? I'm having trouble staying warm. Ever since the Fade and that thing inside Fainreal.
Any ill effects?
It keeps drifting back. I can feel the want of it.
It must have been strong to turn you.
Strong's not the word. I can deal with strong. This was, I don't know. It took a memory I was at peace with and... well... if that's what mages contend with, I'm less opposed to the gallows.
Locking up all mages goes too far. I thought we agreed on that.
I don't know. Who could resist that? Anders didn't, and seems quite proud of the fact. Merrill aches for some sort of bargain. It's obvious. I'm left to think, mages are either willful in a way I can't understand, or not mortal. I don't find either comforting. I don't want to think about it. What's the captain of the guard doing in the Fade anyway? Ever since the Fade, and that... thing. If that's what mages contend with,
I don't disagree that the circle is necessary. Within reason.
was there any reason behind what we encountered? There was thought, but it was so focused. Are we supposed to understand that? Are we built for that? I wasn't meant to know. Of that, I am certain. Let's not do that again anytime soon, Hawke. Promise?
We'll need to give them answers by tomorrow, Captain.
I'll have them. Dismissed.
The Seneschal was particularly vocal.
Dismissed. You'd think the Captain of the Guard could requisition a Templar or two, but no, that would be demeaning. Can't have them working for the people when eternity needs a nanny.
You had to know cleaning up this mess would be difficult.
It's not the challenge, it's the unending part. And really, I blame you. You poured money into a pot that was already full. Everything has shifted. Good job validating the fears of every anti-Ferelden and Kirkwall.
I didn't realize I was making it worse by getting ahead.
I'm just harassing you. Although you are a bit like the center of a hurricane. You've changed fortunes for many people, not always for the better.
Sounds like you're spreading yourself pretty thin.
There are a lot of people in my charge. Someone has to look out for them.
You guard the guardsmen?
I don't turn people loose like Jevon. There's additional training, doubled patrols. Costs are up, but I've halved injuries. I'll take it and argue with Seneschal Bran later.
After the last captain, you couldn't have expected this to be easy.
At least I had the guards on my side. Once they understood, they rallied. And those who didn't weren't fit to hold the crest. Stack friends against the enemies. I don't know if I came out ahead, but it's for the better.
Grouse all you want, but the Aveline I know doesn't regret a second as captain.
They'd have to drag me out of here. And I'm sure some are lining up to try. You among them, I bet. Haven't had much time to follow you around. Not that I need to. I can trust that you at least try to do right. I'm with you if you need me, Hawke. Just say the word. Hawke, I need a favor that I can only trust to you.
You can always ask.
It should be a small matter, but I worry. I need you to give something to Guardsman Donnic. Here in the barracks. No questions, and he is not to know it's from me.
Donnic? The one we pulled from an ambush?
The event that put me here. But this is a different need of the Guard and its captain. And you're doing very badly at the no questions part.
You need me for something as simple as this?
I protect many people. Citizens well beyond the men and women I command. But who do I really know besides you? I need a friend to do this. It's a short list.
It must be something important if you're going to all this trouble.
That's none of your business.
That seems abrupt. Even for you.
I already regret this. I'm not about to make it worse by exposing unnecessary facts. You can accept that or not, but that's all I can say.
I'm here to help. Whenever you need.
Oh, that's sweet. This is strangely difficult. Please, hurry back with his reaction. I appreciate this, Hawke. I really do.
Guardsman Donnic.
Sirrah Hawke, it's been some time. You're here in Hightown now, right? I think the captain mentioned it. I see your uncle now and then on my patrols, but we don't talk.
No ill effects from the ambush, I trust?
They got me pretty good, I'll admit. But they fared worse, so I can't complain. Guard is a good career if you're careful. A short one if you're not. And the captain makes sure we're careful.
This is for you. It's apparently very important.
I'll take you at your word. It's a copper relief of marigolds? Ah, and it helpfully says so. Marigolds. Well, how crafty. Is there a meaning to this that I should know?
Just keep it. I'm sure it's more than it seems.
It would have to be. Right. I'm sure we both have things to do, of varying import. Sirrah Hawke.
Is there some reason Aveline just made us look like idiots?
Thanks for this,
I need your help again.
thing.
Can we speak privately? Perhaps in my clinic?
Thanks for this, thing.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sirrah.
You're back. Of course you are. You're efficient, get things done, good or ill. So, how did Donnic react?
As one might expect when confused.
I thought it was clear. Metal is strong, copper ages well, flowers are soft. I've clearly gone about this the wrong way. Don't talk to him again. Just take this, the patrols for next week. Post it to the roster and just listen.
All right. But I'm starting to think you just like having me around.
I need to know exactly how he reacts. That's key. Thank you.
Too many hits to the head. Or not enough.
Hello, Hawke. Another time? I'm a little busy.
Hey, Donnic! Whose pucker have you been greasing to get Hightown?
What? You're daft. I'm working dockside on those smugglers.
Says here you're guarding the square. Always been a make-work job, that one. You someone's pet?
Check your eyes. It's a mistake.
Says the pet.
You have got to be kidding me. What did I do to get that post?
Donnic thinks I'm punishing him. But Hightown is a safe patrol, a reward.
You wanted his reaction.
All right. I can fix this. I need 3 goats and a sheaf of wheat. You'll take them to his mother. It's a dowry tradition. Maybe it will smooth the process.
Hold a moment. You're sweet on the boy.
So help me, whore. I will break you.
Oh, this is glorious. All this flailing is her idea of courtship.
Aveline, You know you can talk to me.
What am I to say? That a grown woman can't speak her mind? I've been focused on being captain for so long, that's all I know.
I'm confused. Wasn't Lady Manhands married already?
That was a long time ago. It was easier, or seemed to be.
I can't imagine you having trouble speaking your mind.
The guards are in my care. I hurt when they hurt. But Donnic... I want him to know that I feel... But if something happened to him...
Something already happened, and he's fine.
If it made sense, I wouldn't need you. I feel paralyzed. I hate it.
So you've been by yourself since we came to Kirkwall?
Wait, you've gone 4 years without. You must creak like a rusty hinge.
Many people have their lives because of me.
But poor you. No life of your own.
We both place others above ourselves. I happen to do it clothed.
You're splitting hairs, but wishing someone would split yours.
I've had enough of your loose lips. Like many, I'm sure.
Oh, touché, prig.
Slattern!
If I might put this back on track. I can drag him in here right now. Just say the word.
Oh, and how would that look? The captain ordering her guardsmen to... It wouldn't help.
So go out, get him drunk. Shame is a great equalizer.
What? Just go out somewhere? Like it's that easy?
I know I wouldn't turn you down.
Tell Donnic, invite him to the Hanged Man. Don't tell him about me. Make something up. It's a surprise, or just you, or a group, anything to get him there. He's not like the others. I don't want him to think he's meeting the captain. Hello, Hawke. Another time? I'm a little busy.
Sir Donnic, are you free? I need to ask you something.
I have no immediate patrols. Why?
It's nothing to be concerned about. Meet me at the Hanged Man.
Very well, Sirrah Hawke. I guess I'll see you there. Does she just... No.
Indeed it is, Geralt.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sirrah.
Hello, Hawke. Another time? I'm a little busy. It's different here as captain. Feels like family.
Hope the day is treating you well, Sirrah.
Good day, Sirrah. I need...
Hawke, I've got some news. You might not want to be near anything breakable when I tell you, though.
Varric, whatever you have to tell me, it'll be fine.
I know. I've had an ear out for Bartrand. After the Deep Roads, he ran to Rivain, probably because he knew I couldn't track him. But I hear he might be back in Kirkwall. He called in loans from a few of his contacts in Hightown.
Was he staying in Hightown, or just passing through?
If my information is good, and it's always good, he has a house there. Which gives us a good shot at having a word with my dear sweet brother.
How are you holding up, Varric?
Me? My no-account backstabbing brother is practically in arm's reach. I couldn't be better.
Would Bartrand really risk coming back here?
I think we both know by now that Bartrand would risk anything for money. There's a much better market here for that trinket he stole. And all his contacts are in Kirkwall.
We need some answers from your brother.
I agree. Bianca's been missing him something awful. Let's stop by his new house. Welcome him back to the neighborhood and all that. You want a pint while we're here, Hawk? I'll buy.
A lot of coin for this place.
That's right, pal. Tonight I'm paid and blessed. And all I had to do was turn my head. To all my friends. Hey, step back. I know important people. We're gonna show this city what to do with heathen Oxman.
So, someone paid you to take a Qunari delegate?
I made a good wage for looking away while someone tamed a hornhead. So what? They said I should watch out for sympathizers. Traitors. You want something? Take it from me and my new friends. You're on your own, pal. That's loyalty for you. Come on.
This isn't necessary, you know.
What? What do you want? I just did what he said. It was more coin than I've ever seen.
Good start. Now, who and where is he?
I don't know. He was a Templar. We met near the Chantry. He said taking these Qunari was serving the Maker. I swear, he even had the seal of the Grand Cleric. True is true.
Great. A Templar.
With the Grand Cleric seal. How's that for interesting?
There were supposed to be others coming, right?
Plans change, apparently.
Right. Look, I should really,
Just give it a moment. Another round?
make a yes.
So, Aveline is great.
Look, if this was all an attempt to get closer to me through the captain, you're just not my type. All this playing shy business. I like a little backbone. I have to go. Thanks for the drinks.
I couldn't do it. What did he say?
He thinks I'm interested in him.
I'm an idiot.
You're too strong to trip up on your own sword. Find a way to win.
This isn't combat. I can't talk to him. The only place I'm comfortable anymore is on patrol. And killing highwaymen doesn't afford much opportunity for banter.
Here come the excuses.
I will not risk.
That's the problem. Risk, or so help me, I will bed the man myself.
I think that pretty much forces the issue.
But I can't fight and talk.
I'll clear the way, and you can see if he's the one.
You're too good at this. Is it any wonder you've all but taken Hightown? You clear the route up the Wounded Coast, and I will think of something to say.
So he comes down.
You go first. I'll be right there. Just don't tell him this is about me.
There were supposed to be others coming, right?
Plans change, apparently.
Right.
Just
Make...
So, Aveline is great.
Look, if this was all an attempt to get closer to me through the captain, you're just not my type. All this playing shy business. I like a little backbone. I have to go. Thanks for the drinks.
He thinks I'm
an idiot.
If you were that far gone, you'd have hidden from the start.
Would it have ended any worse? I need to talk to him. But I'm a mess unless I'm on patrol. I'm good at that. Killing highwaymen doesn't and I'm tired of embarrassing myself.
I think you're onto something there.
But I can't fight and...
I'll clear the way.
You're too good at this. Is it any wonder you clear the route up the Wounded Coast, and I will think of...
Just airing things out, he said. Ha! So he comes down wearing nothing but his boots. We have a few drinks and everyone's laughing at him, but he doesn't care.
I've got something to show you. Come and see. It's beautiful, isn't it?
You're much prettier.
Oh, you're too kind. Is it warm in here? Stop bubbling, Mera. I've spent the last few years restoring this. One of my clan found it in the Brazilian forest, we think. Poor Tamlin. We never found him. Just the shattered pieces of the Alluvion.
What are you trying to do with this mirror?
At first, I just wanted to find Tamlin. But... it's been too long. Tamlin is probably dead by now. if he wasn't already. But still, I know it can help my people. I can at least recover this one small part of our heritage.
This thing is what made the Keeper send you away, isn't it?
The Keeper wanted me to destroy the fragment I kept. She said our ancestors meant it to be forgotten. But it's a Keeper's place to remember. Even the dangerous things. We argued. I left. She's wrong. This mirror could teach us so much about who we once were.
Do you think the mirror had something to do with Tamlin's disappearance?
The ruin we tracked Tamlin to was full of traps and monstrous things, but we found no body. His trail ended at the broken pieces of Alluvion.
What's an Alluvion?
Long ago, the elves had a kingdom. An empire that covered Thedas. And every city had an Alluvion. The mirrors let them communicate across their empire. But I don't know how exactly. My people have lost so much. We know almost nothing of the days before Arlathan. This is a piece of our history.
Tell me you didn't bring the killer mirror to Kirkwall just because it's pretty.
It's not dangerous, I promise. I fixed it, or tried to, with blood magic. The mirror won't hurt anyone.
I cringe every time she says that. She has no idea what she's messing with.
I do. I have it totally under control. But it doesn't work. I've tried everything, and I think it's because it needs to be finished with a special tool. An Arulin home. And my clan has one. It's been in their hands for generations.
But you're afraid to face Keeper Marathari again.
Exactly. You have no idea, the Keeper. I can't talk to her. We fight or talk circles around each other. She has a disappointed frown that turns your bones to jelly. Please, help me. You will, won't you?
I'll go with you.
Master Aranis, I'll find some way to repay you, I promise. By the dread wolf! Why is my house always such a mess when people are here? It's clean sometimes, I swear.
It's been years since we arrived, but nothing's changed.
Do you have coin to spare, Messer? My children are starving.
I hope this helps.
Thank you. Make a smile on you. Do you have coin to spare, Messer? My children are starving.
I hope this helps.
Thank you. Make a smile on you.
Here you've got a nice little setup in Hightown.
I ate a nut once. It was brown.
Loot the bodies.
Rather die down here than in the alienage.
Turn up your purses, Kirkwall. The leases of Javaris Tintop are up for grabs.
It's not a pretty home, but at least it's clean. Have you noticed how many Tranquil are in the gallows courtyard lately? And don't tell me I'm just sensitive to it. I've been watching, and every day there are new Tranquil, selling their bloody wares. Good mages, too. People I know past their harrowing.
Doesn't Chantry law say that mages who pass their harrowing can't be made tranquil?
Exactly. The Templars are using the right of tranquility to silence those who speak against them. They're working on a deliberate plan to turn every mage in Kirkwall within the next 3 years.
Whatever you think of Templars, you can't imagine they're so heartless.
They're worse. There are groups in Kirkwall who help those fleeing the Circle. I've talked to people on the inside. The plan is the work of a Templar named Sir Ulrich. I've had a run-in with him myself. He's the one who did the ritual on Karl. Nasty piece of work. Likes to make mages beg.
What happened between you and Sir Ulrich?
I've been involved with an underground resistance. Mages living free in Kirkwall who help others escape. I can't tell you any more, for your sake and theirs. You have too much involvement with the Guard and nobility. Suffice it to say, I've been in the gallows. I've seen his work firsthand.
What else do you know about Sir Ulrich?
The Knight Commander is at least sincere in her convictions. However misguided, she believes she's helping people. Sir Ulrich's a sadist. Cold-blooded as a lizard. He likes to experiment on mages. Find out what it takes to push them into the arms of demons.
How do we stop them?
My friends in the Mage Underground know a way inside. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows. Come with me tonight, please. Help me find the evidence of Sir Ulrich's tranquil solution.
What do you mean, tranquil solution?
That's what he calls it. His idea of a peaceful solution to the mage problem. To sunder the mind of every mage in the Free Marches. I'm told he's bringing his proposal to Val Royeaux, to the Divine herself. He would turn every mage in Thedas into a drooling simpleton under his command.
I wouldn't let you face this alone.
You are the one bright light in Kirkwall. I've always feared being made tranquil. Now, more than ever, I'm ready to go when you are. Our entrance is concealed not far from here.
And that will, stop the itch.
Yes. Though I would stay away from women you meet in the port. Pirates tend to dock in unsavory places.
I heard that.
Just use the salve if it comes back.
Excuse me.
Things just keep getting worse. I had Templars practically on my doorstep the other night.
Don't tell me these things. I might have to lock you up to keep them off you.
Sweetheart, I'm not letting anyone lock me up. You included. The Knight Commander is out of control. Even her own people have been talking about it. The curfews, the midnight raids on mages' families. Everyone I know forced into hiding so they won't be made tranquil.
If they want you, they'll have to come through me.
Just being with me puts you at risk. The Knight Commander has declared supporting apostates a hanging offense. The thought of them hurting you, everything I've done to control this. I don't care. I would drown us in blood to keep you safe.
You don't think we should start with flowers? Jewelry?
If that's the man you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. There will be more violence. I know that. If you tie yourself to me, I'll only hurt you.
You keep saying that. You haven't yet.
You could have a normal life. You don't want to be with an apostate. Don't tempt me. Not unless you're ready for what that means. Our entrance to the gallows is in the sewers. Not too far from here.
I'm fond of a little dirt now and then, but this? Was this really necessary?
Stay away from me.
This is it. This tunnel will take us into the gallows. Are you ready to help me find evidence of the tranquil solution?
Let's go.
It tells you something of Kirkwall's attitude. That they house their mages in an old slave prison. Lyrium smugglers built these tunnels to service the Templars who crave the stuff.
Trap! All set. That should do it. I'll deal with this.
I'm just getting lonely.
That's enough! Get back!
No, please. I haven't done anything wrong.
That's a lie. What do we do to mages who lie?
I just wanted to see my mum. No one ever told her where they were taking me.
No. No, this is their place. We cannot...
So, you admit your attempted escape? You know what happens to mage girls who don't toe the line around here, don't you?
Please, no! Don't make me tranquil. I'll do anything.
That's right. Once you're tranquil, you'll do anything I ask.
What are you doing to that girl?
You fiends will never touch a mage again.
Got one!
Feeling a bit lightheaded. Too weary. Go on without me. Too easy. Too weary. Go on without me.
You got back! You bastard!
Feeling a bit lightheaded. Too weary. Go on without me.
There will be no mercy! You will be forgiven! There will be no mercy! I'm getting overwhelmed!
Elizabeth, I'll deal with this.
There will be no mercy!
up sooner. I think my arm is going to fall. Isabella's out!
I don't have much left in me.
Say your plan!
I'm losing my focus.
Better luck in the next one.
I think I got blood on my...
They will die! I will have every last Templar for these abuses.
It's over, Anders. They're all dead.
Every one of them will feel justice's burn.
Get away from me, demon!
I am no demon. Are you one of them? That you would call me such?
Anders, that girl is a mage. We rescued her from being made tranquil.
She is theirs. I can feel their hold on her.
She's the reason you're fighting, Anders. Don't turn on her now.
Please, Messer.
Baker, no. I almost... If you weren't here, I need to get out of here.
Done.
You saved my life, Messer. What was that thing?
He's no demon. Just a deeply troubled man.
Can I go home now?
Find your parents, but don't stay there. You must leave Kirkwall.
I know. There's nowhere in the city where Sir Ulrich's men won't find me. Thank you, Messer. Andraste herself must have put you in that room.
Rather be free down here, I guess.
Can't make the shivers stop.
Trash. Trash. Keep. Trash. Trash. Won't be needing that anymore.
This is all Sir Ulrich had. Looks like the Tranquil solution began and ended with him.
Let me see that. The Divine rejected the idea. Meredith rejected the idea. This was not what I expected. Perhaps I should try talking to the Grand Cleric. Maybe she's more reasonable than I thought. Thank you. I will think on what you've said.
What are you doing?
Putting out milk. I miss having a cat around. But I think the refugees have scared them all off. Or maybe eaten them. You know, I've been meaning to thank you. You don't need to stick your neck out for the mages here. But you have. You let those apostates from Starkhaven start over. Maybe they can be an example for the world.
It would kill me to see the Templars lock you up.
I've tried to hold back. You saw what I almost did to that girl. You've seen what I am. But I'm still a man. You can't tease me like this and expect me to resist forever.
I don't want you to resist.
This will be a disaster. But I can't live without it. We could die tomorrow. I don't want it to be before I tell you how I feel.
Ooh, is it in verse? I hope it's in verse.
I thought with justice, this part of me was over. I can't give you a normal life. If you're with me, we'll be hunted, hated. The whole world will be against us. If your door is open tonight, I will come to you. If not, I'll know you took my warning at last. You let those apostates from Starkhaven start over. Maybe they can be an example for the...
I've always had a thing for scrappy underdogs.
I've tried to hold back. You saw what you've... But I'm still a man. You can't tease me like this and expect me to...
How long will it take before I drive you mad?
This will be a... We could die tomorrow. I don't want it to be before I tell you how I feel.
I've never felt this way about anyone.
I thought with justice, this part of me was over. I can't give you a normal life. If you're with me, we'll be hunted, hated. The whole world will be against us. If your door is open tonight, I will come to you. If not, I'll know you took my warning at last. You let those apostates from Starkhaven start over. Maybe they can be an example for the world. But I'm still a man. You can't tease me like this and expect me to resist forever.
Whatever you think is going on between us, it's not.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. It won't happen again.
I'm bored of this. We should do something fun.
Can't make the shivers stop.
So,
A drunk says the Grand Cleric funded a rogue Templar. And here we are.
It's a careful chat about missing Kunari.
Sure, why not?
The Grand Cleric, please. Tell her it concerns the Kunari.
Sarah Hawke.
Sister Patrice.
Mother Patrice. Time has changed us both. Grand Cleric Elfina cannot grant an audience to just anyone. What do you want?
Funny how you and issues with the Kunari seem to go together.
And you always assume their side. I was naive when last we met. I did not want you dead, but I felt a death was necessary. That may be too fine a point for you to understand, but you must admit, you came out the better for it.
A Kunari delegate has disappeared. She may have ordered it.
That is quite an accusation. Ridiculous, of course. She leads a great many people, but not as a commander.
A Templar used her seal to convince others the act was righteous. A pause that says you knew. But does her grace?
The Grand Cleric trusts her stewards to enact the wishes of the Maker.
I doubt she would approve, and she will hear of it.
Stubborn. All right, Sarah Hawke. If you won't abandon this, let me offer you something. The Templar you seek is a radical who has grown unreliable. Confronting him may do us all a favor.
And he is what to you?
He is my former bodyguard, Ser Vonel. Assume what you wish, but I offer him to you as reconciliation. Meet me at this location. I invite you, Sarah Hawke. Come see the unrest these Kunari have inspired.
That's a setup.
It's her game, for the moment.
Donations to the Chantry are always welcome, Monsieur.
Your grandparents would be so proud of you. When I was a girl, the Amels were one of our most prominent families. I'm glad to have one of their line in the estate again. How can I help you?
I think you should see these papers.
Sir Ulrich, where did you get these? He was murdered in the gallows not a few days ago.
What about his plan?
Sir Ulrich made a suggestion, yes. But we turned him down. The right of tranquility has always been a last resort. It has saved lives, but it is not without its costs. If you'll excuse me. Is there something wrong, child?
How long have you been Grand Cleric?
I became a lay sister here when I was only a girl. My parents died of fever, and I was taken in by the Chantry. Eventually, I took my vows. After I had served for some time, the revered mothers agreed that I should travel to Orlais. The Divine herself appointed me Grand Cleric of Kirkwall. That was near 30 years ago.
You knew my grandparents?
I dedicated your mother into the Chantry. She was a beautiful baby. Your grandmother was a very proper lady, but she was beside herself that day. And your mother put a fist in my eye.
I'd always welcome your benediction.
Andraste, guide your steps in this difficult time. Is something troubling you?
I'd always
Is something troubling you?
Good.
Walk in...
So I think...
There are still many refugees that need help. We all must do our
part. Is something troubling you?
Did you know someone used the authority of your name to instigate a crime against the Qunari?
The path to righteousness is never as straight and narrow as we wish. I truly hoped this would not go so far, but do not trouble yourself. I will step in when it's time.
Are you intending to stay neutral about the Qunari and mages forever?
The Maker's time is not men's time. We do not need to rush.
I'll have to remember that line the next time I'm late.
The Chantry is not a domineering father with the whip always in hand. She is a gentle mother who knows her children learn best when allowed to learn themselves. Is something troubling you?
What is the Chantry's stance on the...
Would it help? Otherwise, we guard ourselves best by waiting.
You knew my grandparents?
I dedicated your mother into the Chantry. She was a beautiful baby. Your grandmother was a very proper lady, but she was beside herself that day. And your mother put a fist in my eye. Is something troubling you?
Good.
Walk.